Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Final Expense Telesales. Behind me right here, I have a spreadsheet of some data of September month to date. This is the first 3 weeks of September. A very common question I've recently been getting is to share the numbers and to share the data. Does the script actually work? Do you have the best opportunity? To be honest, I don't know if we do have the best opportunity. I'm just here to show you what it is, what the agents are doing, what they're converting, what they're selling. And then you can decide if you think that we are what you're looking for. So the spreadsheet behind me is going to show you week by week. I've hid the names of the agents here on the left, but it's going to show you week by week what each agent wrote in annualized premium for the first 3 weeks of the month. And we're in the last week of September right now, with one more day next Monday as well as a Saturday. So we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday. We still have 6 business days left, including yesterday, which is not on here at the moment. So I've also listed how many sales each agent wrote, and then I broke it down for you even further. I listed here how many conversations each agent has had that lasted more than 5 minutes, what their conversion rate was of the people that they talked to for more than 5 minutes. Over here in this column, of these conversations, how many of them lasted more than 10 minutes, so we can see where the fall off is happening with their conversion rate here for this column. And then the final column are really what I would consider a presentation. If you're going to keep anybody on the phone for longer than 20 minutes, you're probably going to be giving them a price. And there's their final conversion rate on calls over 20 minutes. And so you can see that of the conversations over 20 minutes, it's similar. But what's really important is the starting off opportunity. And you can see that the highest one in the top 10 right now has gotten 122 calls over 5 minutes. And one of the weaker in keeping someone engaged and on the phone in the first 5 minutes, but if this person keeps them on the phone for 20 minutes, there's a 70% chance this is going to end in a sale. So some of this data is really cool because you can actually look at strengths and weaknesses of each agent to determine where the fall off is and where they might need more work. So if you were to look at, well, what's the opportunity at Tailored Legacy? And right now here, we're just looking at the top 10. I'm going to give you some comparison below here, starting at number 24, and we're going to look at, well, maybe their opportunity was different, or maybe their conversion rate was different. That's also really important to know. So in 3 weeks, so 15 business days, maybe a couple Saturdays, if we divide this by, call it 16, that means that we're getting on average 7-8 conversations a day. For this person right here, for your entire day, 7-8 total opportunities per day. For down here, 76 divided by 15, that comes out to about 5 opportunities in a day, which I think is probably pretty average for final expense. This is also going to depend on how many hours these agents decided to put in. Remember, everyone's an independent contractor. Not everybody is working 40, 50 hours a week. And so the time that they put in is going to be a direct reflection of the opportunity that they get. So at this point, it looks like this person right here at the top, if we divide that, is probably going to end at, I want to say maybe close to 40,000 will be my guess. And all these guys here should far exceed 25,000. And then you can kind of see the trend below. Why I skipped here, first of all, it's manual labor. I have to go through each person one at a time and pull all of these numbers myself. So it takes a long time for me to go through it all. But what I wanted to show you was the opportunity column right here, just the calls over 5 minutes, because it really is the agent of oftentimes that determines whether or not they're going to stay on the phone. And if you kind of keep these numbers into memory, so right now we're looking at anywhere from 76 to 122, and these people are at 26,000 to about 13,000. If you come down here to number 24, you actually have almost more, if not the same, opportunity as the people up here in the top 10. It's just that these people can engage clients in a conversation for a longer amount of time. Therefore, they're not going back in and continuing to call leads, getting people on the phone. So the people that sell less are actually talking to more people, right? Like right here, you have someone that had 141 conversations over 5 minutes, which is closer to 9 opportunities in a day. But they're only converting just under 10% of their total opportunities, where if you look up here, the top person is converting almost 30% of their total opportunities, which is why their number of calls is lower, because they're maximizing more of them. So it's not that the agents that aren't selling as much don't get as many opportunities. It's actually quite the opposite. They get even more because they aren't keeping them on the phone. And so you'll also see here, conversion rates are lower. Here on conversations over 20 minutes, it ranges anywhere from 33% to 70%. Down here, you're starting to get into the 20s and the teens, right? 21, 23, 14, 23. You do have one person here who should probably be in the top 10. What happened with this person is they're not putting in as much time, right? They have maybe some stuff going on. Maybe they took a family vacation. Maybe they got sick. But you can see typically if this person were to put in as much time as the people up here, right? Because they're right in line, 23%, that's right in the middle of the pack. They'd probably be in the top 10. So don't just assume that because people aren't selling as much, it's because they aren't getting as many leads. Could be because they're not as good at converting them as the people above them, but it also has to do with the amount of time that they're putting in. And that always has a direct reflection of people's results. So this has just been something that has been a big request. Share the numbers. I'm happy to share them with you. At this time, it looks like we are going into week 4 at just over 400 and some thousand of written annualized premium, and we'll probably end somewhere around 600,000 of written premium this month. It is a lighter month for us overall, and probably the last quarter of the year will be around this pace as we head into the last part of the year. So I hope you enjoyed looking at the numbers. I have full transparency. Sorry I don't share it as much as I should perhaps, but I am more about, teaching and making sure that you guys have a strong conversation so you can maximize the opportunities that you do get. You can also follow me on Instagram at Final Expense Telesales. I tend to share more short form content and numbers of what the team is doing more on that platform than on this platform. But if you have any questions about what you're seeing right now, or if you want more information on how to join the Tailored Legacy Telesales team, all of our contact information is in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want more of it. And that way I know to bring more data-driven numbers to you. Thanks, guys. See you next time.